So in this video, I'm going to be showcasing one of the best exploits currently still working in Sea of Thieves. It's called the Kingsley exploit, and without further ado, let's get into it. Make sure to like and subscribe. The first step in starting this exploit is setting up a solo galleon. Once you've set up a ship and you're on a new server on your solo galleon, you're going to get a friend to set up a solo galleon themselves, and you're going to try and meet up in the same server. So then you're going to want to go below deck and vote for opposing factions in Hourglass. This is so you can meet each other in a fight. You can use a VPN if desired, as it can make you sometimes be able to find each other quicker. And once you do queue against each other in Hourglass, you're going to want to anchor yourselves beside each other and let one of the ships sink. Then you're going to want to let your ship sink, and you can just Alt F4. If you do all of the previous steps that I've already said, when you go back onto Sea of Thieves, you will then be able to rejoin the session. This will mean that you will now be in the server with the other galleon that you previously met in Hourglass. However, if you're both on Xbox or PlayStation, it may be easier just to server hop and put up the Reaper mark on your ship. Have a look at your map after you've both put up the Reaper mark, and you will see another galleon if you're in the same server. This is an easy method to find each other in the same server because there's obviously a lot less people just on PlayStation. You're going to want to make sure that you stay on this screen for about 30 seconds to a minute to make sure that your ship doesn't go to a new server and it's on the same one. But what you're going to want to do then is on both ships put up the Reaper's mark, and then you're going to want to go to the map table, check if you're both definitely still in the same server, and then you're going to be able to head over to Lookout Point. You're able to do this on any island in the game, but I found Lookout Point is probably one of the better ones. Make sure to bring the galleon that won the Hourglass fight back to the outpost as soon as possible so that you don't be invaded again in Hourglass. And once you've gone ahead and lowered the Hourglass, you're golden. You want to go ahead and bring both of the ships to Lookout Point, because this is where the exploit is going to take place. You can do this at any skeleton camp or small island, but Siren told me that due to his testing, this is one of the best places to do it. One of the galleons might have a little bit further to travel, but that's okay. Just make sure to get them both over the Lookout Point as quick as possible so we can go ahead and start it. So then you can go ahead and bring the first galleon straight over to Lookout Point, park wherever you like on the island. It doesn't matter too much other than... yeah. But then you're going to get all the players from Galleon 1 to go ahead and go onto the island. Once all of the players are in position and ready to do the exploit, then have Galleon 2 come in. But there's a very important step that you need to listen to carefully here, so stay tuned. Go ahead and bring Galleon 2 a little bit closer, but make sure to raise your sails when you get close to the island at all. Looking out for here is the island banner popping up. The reason being is because you're going to have somebody that has to run back and forth on the first galleon that is parked a bit away, and the banner is going to be popping in and out, which in turn is going to be what is causing the skeleton captains to continue to spawn, which is what makes this exploit so good. Jump off your ship, head out and swim until you get the island banner. Once you get this island banner, you're going to want to stop and then have the ship go towards you and anchor when they get to the halfway point. Quite important to ensure that you get the right spot for where the island banner is and where you park your ship, because if you don't, the skeleton captains that are meant to spawn due to this exploit will not spawn as expected and you will not be happy. Again, make sure you park it in the right spot where the banner is about halfway on your ship. You want about half of the ship to be within the island banner and half of the ship to be outside of the island banner zone. From our testing, we'd many times where the Lookout Point banner didn't show up at all, so you may have to do it a few times to actually see the banner properly. The crazy part about this is, even though this is longer than most of my other exploit videos, that was only the prep for this. We haven't even got into the main thing yet, what we actually have to do the exploit, obviously. What you can see right now on the screen actually has a purpose. It seems like there's someone just running back and forth on a ship for absolutely no reason, but wait till I tell you why. Basically, they are running in and out of the zone of where that banner is, and they are on Galleon 2. There only needs to be one person on the second galleon for this to work. When this player is leaving and entering the zone where the banner is, another skeleton captain is spawning. It is what is causing them to spawn. This is basically how the captain spawning works. Every time you pass the banner, there's a chance of another captain spawning. The game will decide whether it's going to spawn a captain or not. And a lot of the time, it will. So this is why the exploit is literally insane. So if you're doing this exploit correctly, as you can see, ship number 1 is going to see a constant flow of captains that keep on spawning, even after you kill them. Wow. This is what it'll look like when you do this exploit correctly. As you can see, there's some captains spawning, But even as I'm killing the first one, there's another one spawning. And then when you get rid of the captains, you're giving other captains a chance to then be able to spawn. So make sure you go around checking the full island properly to ensure that there's no captains that you haven't seen that are somewhere hidden and might be the reason that more captains aren't spawning in properly. Well, just to give you guys an idea of how insane this exploit is, this is just one section of the lookout point that we were on. We had God knows how many dig spots, all of the skeleton orders that we got from all the different captains. Crazy. This is just some of the Reaper's chests we had. There was more on the other galleon, by the way. And this is what it looked like on the map. Nuts. Another benefit of this exploit is the insane amount of supplies that you get from all of the storage crates that you dig up from the captain's orders. The amount of curse balls we had here, like. On chain shots, again, the same, about 150, and I think there was more, again, in our barrels, and a few of us, like you can see, I had 5 on me, and other crewmates must have too. What our crew found was most efficient to be doing was just to sell the Order of Souls skulls first on their own, and then to lower our Order of Souls emissary, and then to come back and then go ahead and do the dig spots after we voted for Reaper's emissary, and we just sold all the rest of the loot to Reapers then. Actually had piles and piles of skulls after doing this, ashen keys, and the amount of ashen chests that we had was just absolutely crazy. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this exploit. There's a lot more like it to come, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.